Let's go, Brandon.
I don't even know if you guys are watching.
Gabe, you know what that is?
Brandon.
Oh, maybe we do.
All right, I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna tell you the story. Matter of fact, let's go live and I'll tell you the story.
We're recording.
We are recording.
We are recording? All right, let's do it. 2, 1.
Let's go, Brandon. So, for those of you that don't know, this dude, I don't even know, his name's Brandon, NASCAR. He won a race. He's getting interviewed at the end of the game. And the crowd is in the background saying, F Joe Biden. And the commentator's like, look, they love you. They're saying, she paused. She's listening. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
That's not what they were saying.
Brandon for the win.
So now, t-shirts, politicians, anybody that's doing any kind of speaking at the end of saying, let's go, Brandon. So I'm going to let Jeff take it on the Let's Go, Brandon. Man, you script episode.
So, let's go, Brandon. That's where we're going with this.
Let's go, Brandon.
All right, everybody. Welcome. It is the Manuscript Podcast. Got me. I have a new name. David, do you want to introduce me?
Yes, so Vanilla Spice,
Ooh.
Young Chefe,
Okay.
in the flesh.
We'll run with it. David, go ahead.
David Dior, on top of the east side.
Shoot with Scoop. Y'all already know the vibes.
Jordan.
All right, guys. Welcome. As you know, we're going to talk about a little bit of everything. We started off, let's go, Brandon. We're going to stay on another fun topic here.
Wait. Hold up. Freeze. We forgot to introduce Gabe.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, Gabe is here with us.
Oh shit, what's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? It's Gabriel Deshaun, aka Puka Doncic. You know, we out here living life.
we forgot to introduce him. He forgot to introduce him.
Lick Gabe.
Lick Gabe in the building.
Raider Gabe.
Lit Gabe. You can call me Raider Gabe.
It works.
Raider Gabe.
That's a ring to it, bro.
Nah, I only got one Josh Jacobs jersey. I can't even I can't get the Raider Gabe yet. Once I get 2-3 more jerseys, then we can do that. I got the tap. That's enough.
He'll be Raider Gabe by Christmas.
Facts. Big facts.
All right. You know who we are. You know we're going to say whatever we want. We started Let's Go, Brandon. Here's another one. Headline earlier today. PETA is petitioning with the MLB. They no longer want it to be called the bullpen. They want it to be called the arm barn. I do not think of baseball when I hear the phrase arm barn.
Put these arms in the
Scoop
barn.
that.
Scoot, take us. Where are you going with arm barn?
I just found it funny, man. Like, you know, I always look at it. You know, we got two groups out here in the world that run the cancel culture. We ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know who they are. But man, PETA wanted to call it the arm. Like, it's been called the bullpen since 1895, and now 130 years later, oh, let's change it to the arm barn because you know there's cows out there that feel bad about this. The cows don't know shit. The fuck? The cows feel bad, man. Like,
Y'all go tip your ass.
Like, I mean, my question behind it, like, I wish I could sit down with one of them and like have a legit general conversation and ask, like, you know, this has been going on for 130 years. Why now? Like, what makes it? You know, it's offensive to cows. Do the cows know that it's called the bullpen? I'm pretty sure they don't. Like,
Yeah, cows don't know anything on that one.
They live in them. They live in bullpen.
right? Like,
That's what it's called.
Facts.
I mean, like for me, it's just certain things people take way too far out of context. Like, it's been called the bullpen. Like, it has nothing to do with putting bulls in a pen. Like, it's just called the bullpen, and it's been called that for 130 years. Just as Elsa would say, let it go.
It is what it is. Let it go. Does anybody else want to touch on the bullpen, arm barn?
Yeah, I'm a bathing ape, so don't come after me for bathing ape.
My man's a bathing ape.
Man.
Gabe, you got anything on the arm barn?
Nah, bro, that's just ridiculous, man.
All
I
right.
think people gotta relax.
Like I said, as a guy, I'm not thinking baseball if you say arm barn.
I'm just going to say this about it.
Crazy.
Y'all motherfuckers need to stop being so soft and stop trying to cancel everything. Let us live because we got short times. Get your panties out a bunch. bullpen it is because it was an arm barn,
Arm barn.
bro. Like that, I just think some derogative
At least come up
shit.
with a better name. What the fuck is an arm bar? That makes no sense, bro. At least be more creative than that.
Hey, that sounds like some shit straight out of Texas.
Yeah, like if you gonna try to tell us to change some shit, at least come with a good, like, you know what I'm saying? Damn. Like, they been watching to change their name and they still haven't figured out what to call these niggas. They're still the
Washington football team.
Available are all trash. So it's like, bruh.
Yeah, and Pocahontas still running on Disney Plus. So.
Right. They might as well change their name to
Savages.
Washington Eagles.
Washington Savages.
Okay.
We conquered.
Alright. So, think of this. You guys are talking about people getting kind of swindled out of things here. I'm going to go into another one. People thought somebody else got ripped off this last week. Mike Evans gave away Tom Brady's 600th touchdown football, and that was to Byron Kennedy. They had to go get that back. Initial thoughts before we go into exactly what he got.
Oh, I think Byron Kennedy is a fucking idiot.
Jordan?
Yeah, I'm gonna need an M at least.
A milli?
A milli, easily.
Okay, Dick.
You played yourself.
What about Gabe?
Nah, season tickets for life.
Okay. So,
You signed. I need jerseys from AB, Mike, Tom,
Lenny,
Lenny,
Ronald.
I
need the
50.
Tristan Wirfs.
Even Tristan Wirfs or whatever.
Like, Wirfs.
I need him too.
I
I need everybody jersey after the game.
Is that? Because then I could, like, you know what I'm saying? Then you kind of are even close maybe to the equivalent of the 600th touchdown ball from Tom Brady.
Okay.
Even
Put
the
it
check
on
on
the
top of that, maybe 100,000.
Well, I'll tell y'all.
And they could have easily did that.
Okay, so this is what he got. He's getting 2 Tom Brady signed jerseys, a Tom Brady helmet, a Mike Evans jersey, a Mike Evans games cleats, 1,000 to the team store credit, and 2 season passes through this year and for next year. And Tom Brady's giving him 1 Bitcoin, which is equal to about
$70K.
61.
Just 60,
Wait,
It was 60,711 this morning.
when I looked at it last, it was at 67. So
But either way, you're not even over the 100K. That's what he got. I mean, you're still getting a lot of stuff. They spread it out. It's not as high of a dollar value. Would you take the deal if I gave you that deal?
Nope. I'm asking for, realistically, I need baby girls 2 first years tuition. I need that covered. I need a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Put my baby girl in school 2 years, get that general out the way for free.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
no, you gotta go. You know I'm a Bucks fan, so
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Same. I don't got kids, but same thing with Jay. If I had kids, I'm gonna need my kids taken care of first, and then we're gonna talk about season tickets. Because I mean, the rest of this year, next year.
Yeah.
I mean, next 5 years, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right, nigga. That saved you a lot of money. Your kid's gonna be alright.
And I'm gonna need
a lot of money.
I'm gonna need to go on a date with Tom Brady's wife. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take her out. Hey,
Sorry. I know you listening.
Sushi and sake.
I know you listening.
When I say date, y'all thinking other shit. I mean, a date could be, hey, sit next to me while we watching the game. Get your minds out the fucking gutter, man.
Giselle.
Yeah, that's exactly
My
what you
bad.
Sushi and
I know
sake.
you listening.
mean. Okay.
I
So
know you listening.
I hear your guys' points. I'm gonna bring it to a different side of it. I think I would have taken that deal still. Honestly, I probably would have done a lot less. Because hey, I
That
was
nigga
still
Jeff. Hey, you would have been like a high five for Brady.
Alright, don't go that far. But
And Tom Brady would miss the high five.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, you missed it.
oh, you eat alkali food? No, you don't eat avocado
I
ice cream.
think I would have taken it. That's still a lot of things that
It's
they're giving.
still a good deal, I guess.
I would still take that.
How much is the ball going to be worth in 2 years?
Who cares about the ball? The signed jerseys, the helmets, I mean,
Yeah,
you're still getting the season passes.
But
when you start selling those season passes that they're giving,
when it comes to those signed shit, how do you know it's authentic?
they have to give you a paper for it. They actually have to give you a
They have to give you a paper, but I can give you a piece of paper. Right?
No, but they have to. It has to actually have all their. There's authenticity.
I would say.
I
would say.
got jerseys with it.
For me, from a Bucks fan perspective, first of all, like I'm starting at 300K, like easily. That ball in a couple of years, like say, I mean, you know, I hate to bring this up, but RIP Kobe. But say somebody had the ball, Kobe scored his he became second in the scoring record, and somebody was holding that basketball, and what happened because you never know what would happen. I guarantee you that ball right now. Vanessa owns it, but like if an average Joe owned that ball, they put that ball up for 20 million easily.
Hold on. I'm about to pull up StockX and show you some Kobe's that he ain't even ever wore.
So now that Tom Brady ball, it's going in Canton first of all. So how much Canton go pay you to put it in there? Secondly, like you gotta remember this is a multi-billion-dollar organization with multi-million-dollar players. 300K to them ain't even a whole game check.
That's nothing.
So I'm starting at 300K. Now they're like, oh, we can give you this, and that. All right, let's come down to 100K with that stuff because you know, a Tom Brady signed jersey worn in the game might go when he retires in his introduction to the Hall of Fame. Max might go for 5K, 7K, but like you know, it ain't gonna be where that ball ended up in Canton is gonna be worth.
Y'all thinking too short term, man. Everybody's gotta die.
Very true.
When that dude dies and your kids and your grandkids got the 600 ball,
right? Like
they straight.
Tom Brady 600, and at that time, you know, with crypto and NFT, got that Tom Brady 600 ball, 25 mil.
I don't even know what that stuff.
Somebody gonna pass it on
easily.
What's crypto?
I mean, take it for what you will. I think yes, I want as much as I can get. Also, Mike Evans kind of gave it away on an oopsie, and I also kind of feel bad for exploiting something.
You're
like
just
that.
a good dude, bro.
Like I would feel bad for exploiting something like that.
You're just a good dude. I'm greedy.
Mr. Vanilla Spice.
Vanilla Spice in the building.
You're a good dude, man. I'll give you that, Jeff. You're a good dude.
I just feel like some part of me would feel really guilty for exploiting it if I was really trying to get.
But is it really exploitation?
Fuck all that.
Absolutely, Mike Evans was.
No.
Come on, you know what that ball is.
Exploitation is putting them at a bridge where like it's gonna $300,000 to Tom Brady, who makes $27 million a year over 16 games, is literally a quarter of, not even a quarter, a fifth or sixth of a game check. Like, bro, just give me 300K, here go the ball.
Ask Raider Gabe what exploitation is. That's John Gruden.
No, this is gonna bring us another good segue here, guys.
No, we got rid of that nigga. I don't know who that is.
Hey, just like Madden did, took him less than 24 hours. He was out the game.
Gabe said he 2-0.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Okay.
Wow!
And there's a touchdown.
Hey, cover the MVP.
We're watching Thursday Night Football.
D-Hop, let's go. Everybody's worried about his hamstring.
Thursday
D-Hop
football.
don't practice, baby. Goats don't practice.
Oh, there's a flag down.
No, it should be defensive because he pushed him.
Okay.
Like he rolled him out. He rolled him to the slot line.
Let's get back to
We're coming back to.
Let's get back to this.
menu. We're coming back. Now we're talking about getting a good deal, exploitation, all these fun terms. We have our weekly segment where you may have been ripped off or exploited. I'm gonna start this one off with David. Your lemon of the week, fantasy football.
Lemon is very sour in my mouth right now because he's gonna grow up to be a great player, but Justin fucking Fields. I love you, bro, but just get your head back in the game. You're doing great, man. But I'm gonna need you to give me more than 7 points. You had me negative 4 points up until like the fourth quarter, and then he got out of that, and I think I didn't even get a full point out of him. I got like 0.8. So
negative is always bad.
You keep doing what you're doing, Justin Fields, but just do better, man. I can't even talk bad about this guy, but that was my limit of the week.
Okay. Limit of the week. We got a Justin Fields. Scoop. You already. Do you need a second to taste this one on your research there?
So like last week, I didn't really. I mean, AJ Dillon.
Everybody has a limit.
AJ Dillon was my limit, but I really don't count it against him because he's not a starter and like he's not forecast to be that guy. But I won last week because Michael Pittman went off, Scary Terry went off, AJ Brown went off. Like everybody went off for me, so I didn't really have a limit other than AJ Dillon.
You're allowed to say you don't have a limit?
AJ Dillon was my limit, but you know I don't hold it against my.
He was like a sour candy.
Yeah, he was a Sour Patch Kid because he gonna come back. Like he, ain't, you don't mean for him to be a limit, but he is, and then he come back and give you some points. Like okay, dog, I see you.
Okay.
I see that guy called back.
And Jordan.
Man,
Oh, he's ready. He's fired up. Jordan's got some emotion.
I'm about to give you last week's limit, and I'm about to give you this week's limit from just what just happened. Last week's limit is going to be Darren Waller because my man's.
Whoa,
Come on, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with his ankle. He been on all kinds of little talk shows and shit, and then he 30 minutes for the game. I don't want to play. My ankle hurt. You supposed to be Waller the baller. Waller limit of the week. Limit of the week coming up that hasn't even happened is DeAndre Hopkins for face masking a man while he just ghosted him. 8-yard bomb.
Yo, we got it on segment. He's like, Hopkins, he don't practice. He don't
First
practice.
quarter. It's the first quarter.
If we lose by touchdown or field goal, Hopkins limiting my.
What if he scores right now?
Take that jersey off, bro.
Hey, what if he scores a touchdown and makes it right?
Then we good.
Then we good. He can't stay mad at his Cardinals. Here, guys, I'm gonna give you guys our first repeat limit, I believe. Dewey Wilson. He got hurt, I know, but he's just been. It's been sour all season long. I know he's behind the Jets' offensive line, but it's just been really sour with the Dewey Wilson situation. Zach Wilson over there in New York.
Look,
Sour, man.
I said this.
I feel bad for him.
I said this before
Hopefully
the
he gets
draft, and I will stand by this to the end of time. Zach Wilson played at BYU. The fact Zach Wilson was drafted higher than Justin Fields is the craziest thing in the world to me. Justin Fields played in the Big Ten against every player. I mean, every team Justin Fields played against, he beat, and every team had at least 2 players go pro, and they're either going to be starters or they are already starters.
Zach Wilson lost to was Clemson and Alabama.
Yeah, Zach Wilson has played for BYU, where every year they beat up on UNLV and Fresno State teams like that. And then
UNLV's garbage.
he goes. Look, then he goes and throws the ball on air, and they're like, "Oh, he has such great arm talent, yada yada yada." And I'm like, dude, he's never had to read a pro level defense. Like, what's gonna happen when he gets in the NFL? He'll get destroyed. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't think Trey Lance should be drafted as high as he is, but Trey Lance has the untouchables that I don't think people like see because his size, and like Trey Lance was a starter as a 17-year-old true freshman at Notre Dame State right after.
Look at him now.
And so
his confidence when Trey Lance walks on the field, he has a different level of confidence.
But Zach Wilson, I think Zach Wilson got the first hit. He was like, "Nah, fuck this. This ain't DeMond West no more."
Okay, Gabe, who's sour? Who's the sour patch in your mouth?
And I gave away Chase Edmonds.
Well.
Hey,
I gave you Chase Edmonds, Gabe.
My limit of week, bro. I hate to say it, and it's not really his fault, you know what I'm saying? But my nigga OBJ, bro. Man, past few weeks, my nigga Odell has not gotten the job done.
You mean the past few years?
Here goes the debate.
He was hurt, shit, alright?
He ain't ever getting healthy. Stick the fork in him. If he fell for
That's
it.
my guy. You niggas think he's washed. I don't think he's washed. I think he needs to go to a team with an actual quarterback.
Boy, he the first Apple washing machine. He the first Apple washing machine. That's how washed he is.
Now the thing with the thing with Odell, the problem with Odell is like Odell had aging Eli Manning. The 1 year Eli Manning actually was still a decent quarterback. He looked like, okay, this dude's all pro talent. Then Eli Manning was down, and then after that, he went to play with Baker, where they were like, "Oh,
that's a nasty one."
Baker is ass.
Hey, Gabe, how you feel about Odell, man? Because we was debating about it in the text message.
That's all I said, right?
Bro, I think Odell can still be a Pro Bowl wide receiver, a playoff. You know what I'm saying? Playoff wide receiver if he's on the right team. Like I said, give that nigga to Aaron Rodgers and see what happens. I guarantee you the Packers would have no issues right now to moving the ball down the field from Cardinals.
I guarantee you.
And you know what's
wouldn't make
crazy?
the depth
Literally
chart.
the next day,
I mean,
after
if Devontae Adams was out
guess
there,
who
they
had a
wouldn't have
tape
a problem.
on their show about it? This nigga Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
No, nobody listens to Stephen A. anymore.
Train him.
Please stop listening to Stephen A. if you are.
Train him somebody who will get him the ball.
Facts.
Steven, I know you listening, bro.
Text me. I'll get on your show. We'll have a headline debate.
What you want? You like
Hey, can I get on the show? I just
my brother. Stay on the weed.
I mean, Stephen A. Smith already got Max Kellerman kicked off his show, so
My brother.
I could just be the white guy that replaces him, right?
What I need
He's
you to
another white
do,
guy.
my brother, is I need you to go out there and play the position you're supposed to play.
Amen. I'm saying. Stop talking about extra shit.
All right, so we got the limit of the week. We're good there. Now, I want to touch on a topic everybody was blowing up Sunday. We all saw Baltimore just got ran over by Cincinnati, and instantly a lot of talk. Jamar Chase, and you got Burrow going off. Now we got all the stats here in front of us. Are they possibly the best budding wide receiver combo with everything they got going on in Cincy? Burrow Chase, is that the duo you're watching?
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look,
Hey, everybody here, fuck the hell yeah.
So
One thing
Now-
about Cincinnati, I don't think people know is Cincinnati has built a team around players that have camaraderie. Like Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon were backfield buddies at
Oklahoma.
every position has their buddy.
yeah. Like even on the defensive side of the ball, like they went inside the defensive end that went to Ohio State. The guy he played football with in high school was on the opposite side. Like they went and got the friends where these guys are like, oh shit, like I'm a grown ass man making money playing the game with the dude I grew up playing with. Like that shit make you feel good.
That's a fucking dream right there.
Okay. Jordan, you got anything before we start giving some of these stats out on these two?
Man, I wish I was Gabe. He's got Jamar Chase in every fantasy league.
I mean, do we really need to hear from Gabe? He said he called it. He drafted
Yeah,
it.
he called
And
it.
I'm keeping him too instead of Tyreek Hill this year.
Okay.
I got a first round for
Tyreek,
Tyreek
he
Hill.
going back to the streets, baby.
He goes to the streets.
He belongs to the street. Jamar Chase, that's the new one.
Jamar Chase.
Literally, number one.
But the difference here, I'm going to go ahead and say something about Jamar Chase as we kind of, before I give you the stats. Jamar Chase is doing things that none of the other wide receivers are doing, as in, he's smaller and he doesn't care about, he'll go block. You want me to go block? Somebody bigger than me? Sure. We're seeing highlight reels of running plays where Jamar Chase is just...
Yeah, he's doing things that no one's done ever.
He really
Nobody had as many yards as he does in his first 7 games. Ever.
Exactly.
Ever in NFL history. 75 years. Now, one of the things that has many yards is Jamar Chase does as of today.
This
At the
is
start of their career.
so Jamar Chase, 754 yards. He does not lead the league,
Ridiculous.
but he is second. Cooper Kupp leads the league
Oh yeah, he ain't deep.
with 800. Nope, he is second. D-Hop is under
Well,
Jamar Chase.
What Cooper Kupp is like, I don't know, man. Cooper Kupp's the white Jerry Rice.
He can
He catches everything.
Like I said,
Cooper
hey,
Kupp is legit the white Jerry Rice. Like
Jordy Nelson
He
2.0.
chased his number and he went crazy.
he light skinned, he not white. Sorry, he's of a lighter complexion.
He's a different. He's
Give the
vanilla
white
bean.
man his credit.
If I'm vanilla, he's vanilla bean.
He cold.
With a name like Cooper Kupp,
Yeah,
come on, bro. That he's
he-
whiter than mayonnaise.
he was in
Oh,
Remember the
Niggas
Titans.
thought of that name. Come on.
Okay.
If a nigga thought his name, it'd have been Cooper.
Now,
Keandre Cupperton.
Cooperon Cup.
Cooperante.
What's your name,
I'm
son?
sorry. I'm sorry.
all right. So here's a stat that I want you guys to hear that's really unique about Chase. So he's second in the NFL, 754 yards, only behind Cooper Kupp. Here's the stat that changes that. Cooper had far more receptions. Jamar Chase sits 24th in the NFL in receptions and targets.
Damn, so
24th.
That's
But
crazy.
he's second in the league
he's
with yards.
getting the most air yards.
Well, that's like remember.
And he has 6 touchdowns.
Cooper
putting
Kupp
him
like a
fourth.
slot, right? Like,
Yeah, earlier when you were like teams need to go get a big receiver. It's not really a big receiver. It's that receiver that can make that big play. Like because Jamar Chase is what 6'1", 6 foot.
When I say big, you can also.
Jefferson are about the same size.
Yeah, but that ball in the air, he's going to get that thing.
But when you see a guy like Jamar Chase, they don't play their size. You got him. You got a guy like Steve Smith. They're very similar as
Henry Ruggs.
Who?
Henry Ruggs isn't even above 500 yards.
you say Persian. What?
Who? Right, you got to figure out the WWE chance. What?
You're shopping for home furniture?
5'8", 5'2", baby. That's all I know.
And that is why he's Raider Gabe. Now, you guys heard the Chase stats. Here's Burrow stats.
My man, Joey B.
Where do you, really quick, where do you guys rank him? Top 10 quarterbacks? Where in that lineup do you think Joey B
He's
ranks?
top 10 right now. He's
Okay.
top 10 in the bottom 5.
But where do you put him? I'll tell you percentage-wise where he's
Probably like
at.
7.
I put him at 8. Yes.
I was going to say 7 or 8-ish.
7.
Completion percentage, he sits 9.
You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Kyler. Who else? Who am I missing?
That's it.
Yep.
That's really
That's
it.
about it.
Oh, Sam Darnold.
Well, hey, if Deshaun was playing, Deshaun would be in that too.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson would
Okay.
be.
Deshaun is up there.
So,
So if we know if he was playing, the Texans would be actually decent, and
So-
it wouldn't be such a shit show right now.
so Gabe, we're hands down giving it to Joey B. Completion percentage-wise, he ranks 9th. Yardage, he's 6th. He has 1,956 yards. 754 of that belongs to Jamar Chase.
Goddamn.
Out of the
That's
17
insane.
touchdowns he has thrown, 6 of those are Jamar Chase. Do you say Jamar Chase is maybe more important to this offense than Joey B?
Hell no.
What the hell?
Hell
Hell
no.
nah.
You have to ask the question. You have to ask.
Only reason I say that is because I mean they used to have TJ Husman's out of, but now they got CJ Uzomah. But CJ Uzomah got what 5 touchdowns? So
He's a red zone threat.
yeah, not even a red zone threat.
He ran 80 yards last week.
Yeah, like dude catches the ball at the 30.
And he's burning
No,
DBs.
you know
and
why
safeties when
he
gets
is
the ball.
that open? Because Jamar Chase is that important.
Nah.
Listen to me, Linda. They didn't draft the old line that they needed, and they got Jamar Chase, and they're better for it. Jamar Chase is more
Jamar Chase
important.
was that offensive line.
Jamar
fit.
Chase is more important than that team than anybody else on that team.
Now,
T. Higgins, Boyd, yes, Uzama. They got a whole
Mixon.
Piron.
Mixon's healthy. Like
Yeah, and Joey B
Chase is the most
himself.
important piece on that team.
no,
minus
you
the
got
quarterback.
look at it this way. Last year when Joe Mixon was healthy, because I had that motherfucker on fantasy, he kept getting hurt. When he was healthy, out of the 6 games he was healthy, they won 5. T. Higgins in those 5 games had 800 yards. Or no, he had 510. But I mean, so
he went off.
yeah, he was going off. Like, because I remember he had a game with 3 touchdowns, and I was like, yo, like, who's this? Like, this ain't the T. Higgins from Clemson. But then you got to look at it. Mixon was healthy. Like, you take Mixon out of that team right now, and teams know Joe Burrow's stepping back to pass. They'll have Joe Burrow throw that ball 60 times, but they also don't have an offensive line to block for Joe Burrow.
So,
They don't have that's what I'm saying. Like, you could have got an O-line and you got Jamar Chase, and he's doing all these numbers and he's opening up everything for everybody else.
But that's also the
here's the
that's my
stat
best
you guys
friend.
care about. How many times has he been sacked this year?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you want to take a guess?
Probably like 22.
12.
Oh, Joey B?
Who, Joey B?
How many times has it been?
He's been stacked a few times.
17th.
Yeah, that's
9th
it.
most in the NFL.
It's up there.
I was just gonna say, yeah, he's not.
9th most. So it's still far less than his numbers of last year, but
He's probably up there in 20 because I know that game against Green Bay,
it's
3 of
17.
them he got sacked and they got caught. Like Green Bay accepted the penalty, so it didn't count.
Yep.
And so you got to take that into account too.
So
I know. Who would you, as of right now, who would you say is your comeback player of the year, him or Dak?
Dak. I brought this up earlier. Coincidence you said that. I'm gonna give it to Dak, and like you know, the Cowboys is my underdog team. I felt like Dak's injury was more on a serious level and a serious note, and
Joey B tore a lot of shit in that knee now.
he did. I mean, that
Yeah,
knee,
Dax was uglier. I'll give you that.
like we watched it on TV and we saw that, we were like, it was like a Mortal Kombat fatality. You saw Joey B. Joey B was fine. He was good. We knew he was gonna come back. We was like, yo, when's Dak gonna come back? How's his rehab? How's he
many
doing?
surgeries?
And he came back and he silenced the. Not silenced us. We kind of called it, but he silenced the rest of the Cowboys haters. But I'm gonna give it to Dak.
Okay. So
All right, I feel that. It was it's either Dak or him.
Guaranteed facts.
we're wrapping up our NFL segment here. We're talking about things that got sacked. We mentioned earlier we don't notice as many calls in the NFL, but we also aren't seeing as many calls in the NBA. We're gonna touch on this and switch over to the NBA. First week is done.
Oh, did you see that transition?
Hey, Jim, he did the whole hand movement.
So we're moving over NBA. We first week is over. What is the reaction? How are you guys feeling? Name whatever you're thinking.
Yo,
NBA.
man.
Let's let Gabe.
Gabe, go for it.
Gabe go first.
Bro, Lakers. Sorry, well, LeBron only played, 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Coach Brown.
I think LeBron only played 2 games. The two games that he played, we barely beat. It was,
OKC. Barely beat OKC.
The Thunder.
We barely beat the Grizzlies because this fool Ja missed the free throws. So really, we should low-key be 0-4. But
Ja leads the league in points.
I was never the one. I love Russell Westbrook. Like, don't get me wrong. Love Russ. He just does not fit the team. And I remember that the first report I saw about Lakers interested in Westbrook. I was like, why? For what reason? Like, did they not watch the series against Phoenix? We need niggas who can shoot the ball and create a shot. And create, you know what I'm saying?
Put the ball in the cup.
We can't rely on, especially when AD went down, we had Gus Braun, and Braun is 36 years old, and he's still old.
36. I'm
And
36.
he's not the best three-point shooter, and that's what the game is now. Mainly three-point shooting. Teams are taking 30 to 40 fucking three-point shots a game. That's crazy. If you look at the 90s, if you look at any of Michael Jordan's finking finals series, nigga, both teams combined for 30 threes, nigga, in 2 games.
Yeah, the game is crazy.
Nobody was taking threes like that. So
Losing their mind at the three-point line.
And I hope they figure either they trade Russ or they got to figure it out because Ron don't got that many years left, nigga. We got to get another rigor.
Russ, Malik Monk, and Kendrick Nunn up to Portland for Dame to play.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
the play.
Oh my God! See, that's what I wanted. Was
I like
Dame,
that.
Bro.
Yeah.
That would give Portland a roster to actually think about.
I don't think teams. So I just learned this when I text you guys. Literally, I was on Stairmaster and I learned that injury about Dame. I don't think he went anywhere because I think teams were like, wait a minute, you got a hurt abdomen in the Olympics and you don't want to have surgery? No thanks.
Back away a little
Bro,
bit.
it's Damian Lillard though. Nigga top 75 all time.
Yeah, I understand that.
Clay isn't.
So I told you guys to watch the game. It was yesterday, and I watched it. And
You can see it.
Yeah.
you can see it. Dame is tripping.
You can see it in his side. Like he was shooting turned sideways so he didn't get hit.
Okay, how much is that him purposely shooting sideways, or do you think any of that's that adjusting to the new foul?
It's adjusting to injury.
Purposely changing his shot a little bit to make sure he's not going for the calls that they're not calling anymore.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
I did want to say one thing so far for me for the NBA is Mr. Ball was right. Our Ball was right.
Those kids.
Those boys is real.
Alonzo is real. LaMelo is real, and they lead the East.
Can we
Hornets and Bulls.
Top 10 dad all time.
Top 10 easily. Top 3, bro.
Top 10 dad all time.
You got Giannis' dad. You got
Serena's dad.
Serena's
Hey, what
dad.
about Manning?
Manning.
It's some dads out there, man.
The Watt family.
LeVar top 10. I'd give him top 10.
Dad, bro.
The Watt
And
family.
you know what? Don't let any of my sons be close as good as his sons are in basketball.
Hey.
They thought LeVar was bad.
Hey, but the craziest thing is, and I had this argument with my cousin the other day, and I was like, the craziest thing is, there's the episode when they have Ball in the Family, where LeVar told, when Lonzo was looking like, oh, okay, maybe the hype wasn't real, and LeVar set him down and was like, I put all this faith in you, bro, you ain't do nothing but turn out to be damaged goods. Ever since that day, Lonzo has been setting the league on fire, and I'm like, bro, it took his dad telling him, nah, you suck, dog.
But it also took him shutting out his dad too.
Facts.
He's saying, hey, I can't do the distractions. You know what? maybe this isn't the place for me. And Lonzo flipped his own switch.
Yeah, he went to no look, changed the shot, and I'm like, dude, all right.
Yeah, because this
He changed his
2K5 shot was not working out.
And look at what he is doing with Levine. That combo, that
Chicago number
backcourt
one in the
is
East,
scary.
DeMar DeRozan
real.
When we were talking about Chicago, I forgot they got DeMar. I forgot.
Yeah, they got
And
DeMar.
Nikola Vucevic.
They got a real leader.
But they got a fucking squad.
They have a squad. They're relevant, and people are sleeping. I told Jordan when we were looking at our outtakes, starting the NBA, I'm calling it. I think the Bulls are probably right around the 5th seed, but I think they go deep into the playoffs.
You said 5th seed? No.
I think they go 5.
Bulls either the 3rd or 2nd.
I say 3rd.
I don't think the Nets are that good. And
I don't think they are, but I think Bulls get tired.
Low key.
Harden ain't getting them calls. James Harden right now is averaging 15 points a game. 15 fucking points a game. This is James Harden. But guess what? James Harden ain't shooting 25 free throws a game. So that 35, 40 points a game, they're like, oh, Harden the best
He's
scorer.
scoring what he did in OKC.
Yeah.
They just reverted him back by making the rule change.
Yeah. So what happened with Harden was, so the refs aren't making those calls, and then he's coming off an injury, so he didn't get like that summer. Like he mentioned it. He said, I didn't get to play pickup ball, so like the whole game has changed. So he's not making excuses. He's behind the 8 ball, and he's got to.
You know why I say it?
That's an excuse.
You know why I say it?
Excuse.
He's been in the Olympics. He's done the whole FIBA stuff. No, you know how that is.
Bro, you don't.
FIBA has never given those.
I think
FIBA
it makes the
calls.
game better that they're not that good though.
Oh,
You don't go
the old school aspect.
You don't go from 7 years of averaging 36 points a game or 33 points a game to all of a sudden 15 because I didn't have a summer league. Like, nah, bro, you're a scorer. Like, you don't have that. Like, Kobe dropped 60 when he left us. It wasn't because I'm a scorer. I'm gonna get my buckets. James Harden ain't getting them
I
calls
agree
and
with
he ain't
you. I
shooting
just
the 20
say
free throws.
I say give the Nets and the Lakers about halfway through the season before they really start
Okay,
finding
fine.
themselves.
I'll give the Lakers because of the players the Lakers have, but outside of Harden and Durant, Blake Griffin is washed, and outside of Blake Griffin, the Nets have nobody.
Yep.
And so I'm like, without Kyrie, that Nets team they're done.
Yep. I agree.
KD can only do so much.
Before we start moving on to the next one, you got anything you want to say, David? I know you're a big basketball fan.
Yeah, he was talking shit last night.
And my king's fucking line, so shut up.
Buddy Hill went crazy on
So
the third quarter.
I'm gonna just keep it real, you guys. I said I'm not gonna watch so much basketball right now because all the buzz is still surrounded by the buzz players. Although there's a lot of other people doing, actually I can't say people, but a lot of other teams doing other things that I like to hear about. Like I want to go deep inside the NBA and like the Lakers. Gabe kind of mentioned it. You know, we all mentioned it. They're a hot mess. I want to hear about their hot mess and what they're gonna do better and what's going on than Steph Curry averaging 30 points a game. We know that. Ball, LaMelo, he's an assist leader. Like we know that. Like tell me some more other shit where I want to get more interested in the game. So as far as right now though, as me in the NBA, I mean, I'm taking a timeout in the NBA. I'm sorry. Give me more. I mean, like last night, for example, our game, the Kings and Suns game was blacked out. We had to stream that shit. Why can't we watch our teams? I want to see shit like that rather than this hype shit.
Absolutely, 100% legal.
Man,
Legal, not illegal.
We would never think that.
I don't give a fuck what it is, but I want to see more. Give me more.
In the game, allegedly.
Allegedly streamed.
This is not actually
I was working downtown across from Circa, and they had all the games on, so I watched it for free. But either way, give me more from the NBA, not just the same. Like it gets boring. It's like a relationship. You do the same shit, show the same shit all the time. I'm gonna get bored, and I'm gonna part my ways for time being.
I already am going to call this. This is going to be my Man U hot take of what's going to happen to our group. David's going to go off the handle one of these days, and he's going to get his ass canceled.
Hey, you know what?
David's going to do a David thing and get his ass canceled one of these days.
Cancel Mr. New York. We got it back.
It's funny though, because I called Gabe Mr. Hot Take, but I give the biggest hot takes I notice with the most like I don't give a fuck attitude because I don't. I'm gonna say what I want to say and feel what I want to feel. You know, like you want more out of me, they gotta give me fucking more. I'm sorry. No.
All right, they gotta give you fucking more. He said. Now, you know what? Guess what? We're transitioning again, guys. Same topic. Fuck that. We say what we want.
I gotta do this. Brought to you by Modelo. Okay, go ahead.
Unofficial sponsor.
Modelo, I know you listen, man. Text me.
We know PR rep. Come on, we got the bottles, we got the can, we got 2 different kinds of bottles. Modelo in the house.
Yes, sir.
So
Ya tú sabes.
while we say fuck that, unofficial sponsor, call us Modelo. We're all good guys. Most people are. I would like to think most people generally are good people. You try to put that perception out that you're a good person. We got guys like Kyrie, Cam Newton. You could travel around to different sports and you're going to find things where a guy is really trying to do what he thinks is right, trying to put a good persona out there. His teammates maybe love him. Coaches, owners don't like that, and so you're perceived differently. When you guys wake up in the morning and you say, this is the person I'm going to be, do you think about, or how much thought do you put in of what I'm putting out there? This is what people are actually going to receive. They will receive my message of this is the kind of person I am. Opposed to maybe somebody, a public figure, they get that image and it's taken off and they're kind of attacked for it. Fuck Kyrie, just get back on the fucking court. You're getting paid millions. Like, bro, I got a personal message that I really believe in. I got enough money now. I don't need the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you guys to kind of give me your thoughts on what you try to perceive versus what is perceived.
I would say this. I think Cam Newton. More so comes off like, and this is something like I learned in counseling where you have like the id, ego, and super ego. I think Cam Newton is more functioning in that ego, super ego mentality, where it's like, shit, I'm Cam Newton, like this is who the fuck I am, dab, or I'm like nobody gets. Kyrie, I think, is more so in that id, where like, yo, I'm here to be the best person to the world that I can be, and really not just do what people tell me, like, oh, well, this is the social norm. You're supposed to do it because you're making millions of dollars, or oh, you think the earth is flat, but everybody else thinks it's round, so you just want to go against the grain. And it's like, no, like, let's sit down and have a conversation about this and talk about these things and whatnot. Because like I tell people, I'm like, I think the earth is flat, and people are like, why? And I'm like, because I will never understand how you can go to space where the sun is supposed to be so hot but it's still cold. But that's a whole nother story for a different day. That's a whole nother story for a different day. But I think
the one time we don't have the Bleezy on set.
I think with Kyrie, Kyrie Irving more so in his head is like, hey, I'm trying to be not Kyrie, but I'm trying to be a guy that, hey, let me reach out to you. But you know, like you said, I'm not against anything that you guys are doing, but I want to say this is who I chose to be. And I think a lot of people are like, you're giving up $200 million. That's stupid. And it's like, no, like a person's ego. A person's ego is going to tell them, go get all the money. But a person who's not focused on that ego mentality, who's trying to make a difference, they're like, hey, let me do this.
Absolutely.
But for Cam, I think Cam Newton is a lot more ego. Like, I'm Cam Newton and this is who I'm gonna be. Like, I don't really care. Then it is like, hey, I'm Cam Newton. Let me make the world a better place. I think bro, they're gonna have to accept me for me. I'm Cam. Like,
so a little bit on a deeper level here. What about you, Scoop? Not Kyrie and Cam. What about you? How much do you care or worry about that in your daily activity? Dior is already saying, fuck it.
I mean,
You can see it all in a facial expression. Make sure you watch the YouTube. You'll see the facial expression.
Like,
Fuck
Ready
it.
to go.
I care, but I care to the extent of I don't want to be seen as like, damn, like this dude just don't give a fuck. But I also am at a point where I don't give a fuck, like, because I'm me. Like, this is what I think. I'm willing to sit down and have a discussion about what I think. Like, I'm not saying, like, because I am who I am, like, I don't really care what you have to say. Like, I'm willing to have a discussion, but what you start to learn, and this just goes back to, like, all the topics that I've had conversations with people about, where a lot of people, like, they'll come across as that good guy, but then when you actually sit down and talk to them about topics that they are strongly one-sided on, they start to get to that point where it's like, well, I don't see how you can feel that way. And I'm like, morals are a social construct. You create your own morals. So my morals probably aren't yours. We can share morals, but our morals are different. Our ethics are different. And that's because we create those ourselves. versus something that's a social norm. But nowadays, a lot of people have become so involved in social media that the social norm has become their ethics and morals. And it's like, yo, let's sit down and have a discussion about this.
Jordan talked about having a discussion. I think we all had a deep conversation last week. That's how we started our show off. We know Jordan's passionate about this.
2 weeks ago, we skipped him, guys.
2 weeks ago, okay.
I mean,
Let's see what you got. I know you can go all day if you want.
I mean, yeah, I think even Scoop just showed you guys. We could have a whole episode on this one, man. I'll keep it short. When I signed up to do what I do, I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna be, authentic. I feel like from that perspective of police officers, like, you can't be scared to be you. Like, not only are we running from the public, we kind of running from the leadership that's above us.
Your perception
How
isn't
perceived
even
it.
for your fault. You're getting perceived by somebody completely outside.
Right. So that's like a whole thing we can go down. But if you're a good person, man, just be you, man. You gotta worry about what other people are talking about, what other people are doing, man. Just be you, man. And even if you're not a good person, I'm still going to say be you. You know why? Because you have to go through those tribulations, those challenges, and different things that you go through to grow and to mature. Everybody moves at their own pace. So,
but if somebody trying to tackle you at the mall, they're going down.
Don't worry about what other people say, man. So,
all right, Gabe. Gabe, why don't you give us a little bit of your thoughts
on
your perception, the way you are, just being you, working through how somebody else may perceive you.
I feel like a lot of people perceive me to be like cocky because of how confident I am in myself and my abilities to do what.
Love it, be confident.
That's the lick.
Whatever.
Hey, Lick Gabe. It's Lick Gabe for a reason. Raider Gabe, Lick Gabe, still works.
Am I muted? You can hear me?
No, we
hear you, sir.
Alright, yeah. So like, I feel like people misconstrue my confidence for cockiness all the time. And it's like, to me, in my mind, it blows my mind that people aren't more confident in themselves. Like, when I started doing music and shit like that, I genuinely thought like niggas was like gonna make it and be millionaires. Like, the only reason I stopped for that is move up here, say handle business with my son. Otherwise, I would have never stopped chasing that, And there's no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind about that. Niggas would have made something of myself. So like, really, as I get older, I try not to focus so much on what other people perceive. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I worry about the right people perceiving me the right way, which means like people that can give me more money or further me in my career. I care about how I portray myself to them.
Okay.
To the average motherfucker walking down the street that don't care about me, I don't care about them either. I don't give a fuck what they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could give two fucks about what a random nigga thought. But someone that can help me out or like, that's beneficial to me, obviously, you care.
And you can't run their hands, I don't give a fuck.
I feel like that's really the only time you really should care about what someone thinks of you is if it has, any benefit to you. Otherwise, what do you gain off of caring what other people really think?
That's all that matters.
Okay. We get you, Gabe. Now, Dior's been seething. He's ready to go on this one. We're going into our usual mental check, but we're gonna finish this off.
He about to start.
This perception, perceive,
Kid Cudi humming.
He start humming.
that image, Mr. Dior.
Finish this off.
So I'm literally, this is all because like I've been living my life with this motto that I think I just like I took it and like added to it. Don't waste time on those who don't take time to notice you. And when I say notice you, as you were saying, these random motherfuckers, you got something to say, I don't care about you. But if you're in my life trying to build me up, trying to hype me up, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna run with it because you're helping me out. But everybody else, even we all here, we have haters, we have doubters, we have non-believers.
You have haters?
Bro,
The Man U does not have haters yet.
I'm not even gonna show you how many haters I got. But it goes saying like I'm not worried about them as much as they're worried about me. I'm not gonna put in that effort because like my perspective of me is shared with just a minimum people who are helping. We're growing together. So what they gotta say, like I can care less. I can really care less. If you're not immediate family or close friends trying to help me out. If not help me out, help my family out, help my close friends out. If we're not trying to build together, your perception of me is like the fucking toilet paper. Exactly. Yes, like toilet paper. Like you saying I might sound, cocky, but that's just confidence because at the end of the day, we all have goals, we all have dreams, we all have ambitions. We may not share them, but we can. I mean, at least when I see the guys, I'm like, these guys, they're working their way up. I don't gotta say anything to them, but if you one fucking up, guaranteed I'll be the first one to text you or call you, let you know like, hey, what's going on? What's this?
Stay
What's
out my
that?
DM, David. Stay out my DM.
That's just me. That's just me. That's like not trying to toot my own horn, but you can ask. I mean, when this goes out, you can ask my family, my friends, my ex's parents. It's always been like that. I don't care what you say about me. I'm a great dude. I know I'm a good dude, and that's confidence, not cockiness. Shout out to Gabe saying that. But when it comes to you, if I'm here trying to help you out because you fucking up and you acting bad about it, I don't need you in my life. I don't need your opinion in my life, and I'm dropping the mic.
Okay, so that way we can't say peace. I'm not letting you go so fast. You're also going to start off our next segment, our final segment, our weekly mental health check.
Excuse me.
I know we were all kind of looking forward to this. We didn't get together last week. David, how was your last week, 2 weeks, 1 to 10? Where are you rating this? Tell us. Let us into the mind of Dior.
Last time we had this segment,
Shit,
it was
Pandora's box.
It was my
Sorry,
it was my birthday, and my car took a shit. And prior to that, I said like, yo, it's been great. So I can't say it's been great because every time I feel like it's been great, something happens.
Chicks in it.
So it's been good and hopefully getting better.
It's been real.
I tell you one thing, I fixed my own car my goddamn self. Well, my trainer Anthony, shouts Pretty Boy, helped me with my car. I ordered my parts, we did it ourselves because some people flaked. I'm not gonna say no names. Shops were trying to charge too much, but yeah, no free shout outs, you flakers. This week, I was on call like all week. I got more me time in. I was able to focus on myself, my friends, my family. So my weekly check, I'm not going to give it any kind of number, but just know I'm here, I'm breathing. I've been in great spirits all week, so I'm thankful and I'm great. I'm blessed. Yeah.
And you got your boy to drink a Modelo.
Yeah, can you grab me another one, please?
Alright, with that being said, how about we go to Gabe? Gabe, how was your week, sir? Where you at?
My week, bruh. It's been good. Your boy got you know what I'm saying? I got a promotion. Well, not a promotion. It's a lateral move, but I got more money. So that's really what.
That's a nigga promotion.
That's a
You got more money? That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Count the check.
It's technically a lateral move, but I was able to get you more. I said, say it less. Yeah, you got
Secure the
I'm
bag.
you more. Yeah, more
Facts.
money out of you. Yeah, thank you. My week has been good, bro. Like my week has been. That helped my week out a lot. Helped my week out a lot, being able to do this shit. I was talking to the homie today, just telling him like I'm just generally more happy that we're able to do this. Like to have this outlet to be actually, you know what I'm saying, pursuing a goal of mine, goal of ours. You know what I'm saying? Now that what's crazy about it is you with people that think that we've known each other forever. Y'all have known each other forever, but I've only known you guys for past 2 months. We don't have months.
Bro, I knew Jordan for forever.
I feel like I grew up with y'all.
I've known y'all.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I know we got something. You know, this is how I know that we got something special, and I'm excited, glad to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I love you, big bag upstairs.
My boy Blue! My boy Blue!
Hey, don't cancel him for being soft.
Raiders are 2-0. He happy.
Hey, yeah,
Nothing to complain about for me.
You want the knowledge from us. We'll tell you how not to get canceled. You can pick on everybody except for one. But before we get to that, Scoop, tell us, how was your week?
Man, it's been a great week. I think people probably think I'm like some psychological like case out here. Cause they probably like, damn,
They don't make jackets.
Like, they make me talk about therapy.
Yeah,
They don't make straight jackets big enough for you, bro.
right. But no, man, like
People need to realize therapy is normal.
it is.
Tired of niggas be acting like therapy is something weird.
But like
The
this,
fact that you don't talk to people is kind of crazy.
That's what got us into COVID.
yeah, no, literally.
That's the kids in the classroom. What comes before 47?
Hey.
But no, man, this week
Why that always
honestly,
gotta be white?
I didn't say it. You said it.
this week's been an amazing week,
School
man.
shooter. You never see
I-
somebody
I-
say that about somebody else.
I cannot complain. Like probably one of the best weeks I've had in a really long time.
Damn, that's good to hear.
Finally,
That's because he didn't have gluten on Thursday.
no, I had this shit last Friday, bro. I was down till like Tuesday morning, never again. But
That's my bad. I'll be feeding Scoop gluten every week.
But man, like it was, man, this week was amazing. You know, even though me and the missus don't be seeing out that much no more, we still celebrated our anniversary yesterday. Like, you know, I've known this woman for more than half my life, which is crazy. Like, and so you know,
Congrats.
I think what I've learned in therapy is each day you learn that it's a roller coaster. Like, it's part of life. And, you know, like, one thing that really stuck with me was a lot of times the traumas that we go through, that we end up building up in ourselves, like when we feel like people neglected us or whatnot, a lot of times you have to look back at a situation. And like for me, my thing was, like my dad had kidney failure when I was younger, and everybody always helped out my little brother. And so it was like, for me, I always felt like people neglected me, but like I learned in counseling, it was like, did people neglect you, or did people think you could handle it? And I was like, that was something that was eye-awakening to me, because I felt like I held a grudge against people for years because y'all neglected me. But it wasn't that they really neglected me. They knew that I could handle it.
Yeah, confidence.
And yeah, they had confidence in me to keep going forward.
Your perception versus what you were perceiving.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, no, this week's been amazing. I don't want to waste y'all time because y'all know I don't shut up. So,
God, Scoop, God. Well, we love our man Scoop. Anybody ever want to talk? Make sure to DM Scoop. Shoot with Scoop on Instagram. He'll talk to you. You're a nice guy. We all will talk to you. Scoot always answers.
I do.
Scoot always answers. Usually within 5 minutes too. So next we're gonna move on. Jordan, how you feeling? How you been doing?
He's just talking to the Cardinals game.
That nigga broke his neck real quick.
7-7 right now. Nah, you know,
AJ Dillon.
it's kind of funny how everything just kind of works out in the universe. I knew what I was going to say and what I was going to talk about, and I was listening to you guys talk, and it's like a similar theme. That shit's just crazy to me, man. That's destiny. I guess, me personally, I'm good. I'm at a 9-10. I'm happy. But I do want to leave y'all with a message. Believe in your craft. Be confident in your work, because you'd be surprised what things you could achieve if you just believe in yourself. I had a really big meeting this week at work with like all the upper staff. Like, I'm like, shit. I was trying to do 30 years and be low key, you know? So I had a presentation to all the staff, and it was
That's what happens when you
nerve-wracking,
recruit everybody.
I was telling my team, I was like, yo, just believe in the work. We believe in the work that we done, and we blew it out the water. So yeah, man, just believe in yourselves, believe in your craft, and you'll be surprised what you would do if you just believe in your vision. Don't care about what other people think about you. So yeah, life is good, man.
Right.
And you.
All right. Well, I am gonna finish this off here, guys. I had a good week. Brother-in-law came into town. Absolutely love seeing where his life is going. I always said he was a late bloomer to the job market, but when he hit it, he's one of the most successful people I'll even know. Probably the smartest person I'll know. So just having him come to town, he spent a few days with us, something that we don't usually get to do. So that was a really good time. I had a really good week. Just kind of always brings everything upbeat. So I had a great week. With that, I think, man, you had a great week overall. We're thankful for each other. You guys know what to do. Follow, share, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. Follow, subscribe, share it. Any last words before we're out, guys?
Yeah, I have to say this because Gabe might feel this, but I feel like Vanilla Spice over here is like the Alex Trebek of the manuscript.
I couldn't even get like an Adam Rank.
No, Alex Trebek, bro.
Max Kellerman, dog.
Hold it down, boy. Look.
This weekend, we got UFC 267.
Oh,
yeah.
That is this weekend, then. I thought that was next weekend.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Hey, no. Let's.
That'll be a short. Keep an eye on the
We'll do a short,
y'all do a short?
Us two.
Yeah, maybe we can do that.
Yeah. I haven't been on one yet, so fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's
And they're our fault.
yeah, they're fun. They're dope.
It's definitely
I meant
fun.
fuck you guys work-wise.
So it's our fault.
With that being said, as we just said, everybody, fuck you. We are logging off. Again, like, share, subscribe. We will catch you next time.
Gang, you know? Yeah.
Shout out to Eastside. Mahal kita ka.
All right, now the real fucking business.
I've been pissed the whole
How can I
time.
cut all y'all guys?
I've been holding pissed the whole fucking time, bro.
Bro, the fucking this game physical, bro. Everybody
get hurt.
How
wanna watch
can they come
this.
back from that one big play? Xavier Collins
Hey,
hurt his
I don't think I
shoulder.
had some people in here. Okay.
You have
Somebody said Raiders, baby. Yeah, my phone's dying.